Yes, we are live. Hello, 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 Internet. It is the four degenerates of the apocalypse. I'm your host, Kondo Jez. And next to me is. He puts the old in OG. It's midnight.
I just had sausage. It was delicious.
What kind of sausage?
Chinese sausage. So it could have had dog in it.
Okay, or cat.
It was still or cat. Or lemming. It was pretty good.
If you can eat a pig, you can eat anything. Come on.
It's true.
Bat.
So if it's Chinese sausage, it was a very small sausage.
Ooh, yeah.
American penis so big. Chinese penis serious, boy.
All right, getting topped by me as always, Omega.
Hey there.
Yeah, what's up with you?
I'm pretty damn happy because I already bought my PlayStation 5 and I just got a couple of hours ago my copy of Resident Evil 4.
Woo.
How much total did all that set you back?
Look, the thing is that I already had the money since 1 year ago, but I'm an extremely greedy bastard. So
Yeah, I'm the same way. I refuse to spend money.
I keep delaying it and delaying it and delaying it until now.
But then when you finally get it, you really appreciate it too.
Yeah, because I was talking with my sister about it because she asked me how much I spent on it, and she told me you didn't feel bad because you spent that amount of money. I told her, yeah, but I mean, if I want to play the fucking game, I had to do it eventually.
Was it like about $500 all told?
More or less.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I just bought a new laptop and it cost me $1,600 fucking dollars that I didn't want to spend.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yikes. Well, today I bought Thus Spoke Kashibi Rohan.
Hmm.
The first part.
I don't know what is that?
It's a spin-off of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from the fourth part.
Wait, is this a game or is this shows?
It's a manga.
It's a manga in which everybody looks gay, but nobody is really.
Got it. I keep meaning to check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then I see how big it is, and it's like Dragon Ball Z. Like,
yeah.
How much time am I gonna fucking lose to this?
It also helps, like, maybe if you have like a favorite section. My favorite sections are the second, which is Battle Tendency, because it takes place in World War II, and there's a literal Nazi that has a gun that comes out of his chest.
Cool.
And my other favorite part is part 5, Golden Wind, where it takes place in Italy with all the gangsters and shit. And that one's where they look extremely gay. But this book is the spin-off of the fourth section called Diamond is Unbreakable. And it focused on one of the characters. His name is Kashibi Rohan, and his stand power is Made in Heaven, which can like open up a person like a book. And he can like read and find out what makes them tick and like right into it to like change their personality.
So kind of cool. Like, do you think that this would work as a line to pick up a librarian? Hey girl, I'm gonna open you up like a book. Then I'm gonna write all inside you.
Maybe.
It works better than telling her you're gonna open up like a fish, for example.
Oh, last but certainly not least, it's the second old man, Canalgus.
Hola.
Oh, what's up with you, Horsecock Gonzalez?
Not much. I went up the mountain today, which is something that I don't know if you guys know that I like to do. I just walk. Like I discovered that I like to do that during lockdown and just walk out of the town up in the mountain when there's nobody around and just hang out around like nature and shit. I think you Americans call that hiking.
Yeah, you go out in out in the woods and you like walk up to a high point and shit.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's
Yeah,
there are
I love
not
doing
really
Yeah.
that.
many. Yeah, there are not really many woods around here
Well,
because everything is like highly industrialized. But they're like paths that
yeah, it's the
people.
same thing. It's the same thing in my neighborhood. We have like these high mountain hill thingies, but there's like nothing. Some of them are actually used as garbage deposits.
Yeah, same here. There's a lot of like a lot of junkyards around. So the point is that there's nobody around, and I enjoy that. You know, so that's what I
Did
do today.
you find any bear and fight with it?
No, but I actually ran into some horses not long ago. Like these tiny horses that we have in Spain. They're like ponies, except not entirely ponies. They're like we call them pochocac, which is like basically a pony. I thought it was
Okay.
cute.
Aw,
Hmm.
Um,
adorable.
I recently read someone posting. I don't even know what the fuck. I don't remember what they were talking about. But they said that there are no animals in the city in Spain. Like nothing. No pigeons, no squirrels, nothing. Is that
Well,
true?
that's nah, not entirely true. There's a shitload of pigeons, at least where I live, and squirrels. I remember having seen squirrels, but only in like the really big parks, like in Madrid. I don't know if you guys know this. In Madrid, they have like this massive park. It's not Central Park levels of big, but it's pretty freaking big. And there's like entire sections of it that are like just pure woodland. And I've seen wildlife there. But yeah, pigeons. There's pigeons everywhere here.
What about rats?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Okay.
Especially now that our government has passed laws, animal protection laws specifically, that prevent people from actually killing plagues. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome to live here with all the pests and stuff.
God damn it.
So the rats can kill you, but you cannot kill the rats?
Exactly, you
Current
are not
yeah.
legally allowed to defend yourself from a rat bite or a pigeon shitting on your face.
God damn it. Now I'm gonna have to add like mutated rats to argue the Atara.
No, no, but
Well,
What
watch out.
rats
This
of
is this is
unusual
recent.
size.
This
Rodents
is
of
recent.
unusual side
This is
size.
recent. This is something that the government passed like not long ago,
Uh,
alongside the laws that equate grabbing a girl's ass with raping her, which means a lot of
mm,
rapists have gotten off jail because they have been retroactively judged as if they had grabbed some girl's butt instead of raping her, which is great. And also the trans law, which has caused
uh,
a fucking flood of men rushing to the local government HQ to have their gender legally changed. Yeah, that's
uh.
Spain right now. Spain is basically
Ooh,
US,
lad.
California.
Anyways, peep. Hold on. Yep, peep the chat. I got a Substack,
So do
and
I
I guess
actually.
grab me the link and I'll post it in the chat quick.
Oh shit, I haven't uploaded anything in like 2 days. Damn.
I haven't either since my Billy Joel comic, so I need to do
y
shit on that.
burrito.
It's Harry Burrito Asuna or Popular Burrito Unity.
I
Right,
gotta say,
Camelda?
I commend your effort to speak actual Basque, which is it can't be easy for a person with like your pronunciation. You have my
Eh.
sympathy.
And also in the chat, we have the Substack of our fat, greasy friend.
But where's
Anyway,
mine?
It is there?
it's under
Yeah,
mine.
I know. I was just like implying that I'm not fat and greasy. I tried.
Mm.
I
Oh,
tried. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you don't
And
tried
believe me?
and failed.
Yeah, I know.
okay, so I see we have one watcher. I really hope our porch goose comes by, Paulo Costa, or any of our regulars.
Or one of our
You know
haters.
who
Well,
you
I
my
are.
hope it's
haters.
one of our haters, so I can
My
like activate my
Uh,
haters.
camera, so I can activate my camera and show him my dick, and I was like permanently demonetized.
Ah, that'll
Yeesh.
definitely get us kicked off of YouTube. Even though your dick is the most impressive I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
Well, it happened to El Bananero in his last stream.
To who?
To El Bananero.
Oh, el bananero,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
lost
did
a YouTube channel because of that.
oh shit. Well,
I
didn't
thought he
didn't
just I
what
thought he just showed porn.
No,
Didn't
he.
what's her name? Make a random 42. Didn't she show her
Yeah,
privates
yeah. She
once?
saw her
That bitch is
fanny.
crazy. I knew
Yes.
she was
Yeah.
crazy. I hate this shit, man. I call it out all the time, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And fucking, it's really just a matter of time before I'm proven right. The moment I saw her, I was like, bright colored hair, fat chick, angle shot, tits, 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 tits. Oh, look, a guitar, acoustic guitar in the background, and everybody, just to let you know, everybody, I'm a lesbian. I'm totally not the Penguin of Doom. That bitch is the Penguin of Doom personified.
She's bisexual, isn't it?
She's
I
whatever the
think
fuck will get her attention.
I think she's actually
White
dating the guy
woman.
from like a creepy little book. But
Oh,
anyway,
you know what? I was actually having I was actually having a conversation about entitled women, and I suggested that self-made man should be recommended reading to stop women's entitlement.
I think American
They-
Psycho should be recommended reading to stop women's entitlement.
I mean, there's recommended reading won't do anything for women. What will do something for women is making them work fucking construction for a year. No easy work.
Right. I used to work in UPS, and that was pretty hard.
But yeah, I
Practically.
worked in a similar job. It's fucking a lot of work.
Well, that's why
Mhm.
you're based, yes.
Yeah, because I worked a real man's job, and I'm
There
a
you go.
real man.
There you go.
Yes.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
You got Terminator arms now.
Yes. No. Anyways, let's get into the news. We have so much shit happened this week, and that's a lot. So first up, we got from TMZ, Chabelo, beloved Mexican comedian, dead at 88.
That's
Oh,
something very sad
All right,
for
so
Mexican news.
Javier Lopez, aka Chabelo, who has been on Mexican and Latin American families' TV screens for decades, providing laughs and entertainment, has died. Um, the legendary comic and actor, famous for dressing up as a little kid and starring in a number of sketch and comedy shows, passed away yesterday or Saturday, and it was announced by the president of Mexico. So
I
yay.
think I know who this guy is.
Uh,
He always he
yeah.
wears like a green or yellow shirt, and he has the fucking akimbo baseball cap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
And he
I
and
always wondered,
he
like,
wears like
it's like him and the bee and the maid, and I'm always like, are these stock characters in Mexican television? I don't get it.
no, it's not the bee. The bee is from The Simpsons, and it was based off of
El Chapulín.
Chespirito, Roberto Gomez Bolaños as
shit.
Chapulín Colorado.
I've seen the bee.
He wrote hugs to families and friends for the death of Chabelo. How can I forget that my eldest son woke up early to see him over 40 years ago? Let's see. He had. They don't say why he died, how exactly he died, but they said that he was having like abdominal complications.
Yeah.
So maybe he could have had some type of cancer.
No, according to his son, he started to have a pain in the sorry, it's the difficulty for breathing. They took him to the hospital. In the hospital,
Okay.
they discovered that he had issues in his abdomen, probably some kind of problems with the intestines. Sorry.
Okay,
So
intestines.
intestines. So he started to have how's it called, sepsis.
Oh
Yeah.
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 No, that's actually how my grandmother died.
Oh.
My
Same
my
thing happened
father
to her.
died with. That was part of what my father died of, and what got him there was he drank himself to death. So this guy, I bet you, this guy was a drinker.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
My first thought was he was
Canelo
drinking.
Twitch grandma Which grandma? Your mom's mom or your
Yeah,
dad's mom?
that was Rosa, my mother's mother. Yeah, she
Hmm.
died in Christmas 2020 after she got committed to the hospital after complaining about some abdominal pains during several days, and yeah, they discovered that he had some kind of yeah, problems with their intestines. Like apparently they were leaking out,
Oh Jesus!
so
Yeah.
yeah, all the
Mm.
things that should stay inside your
Yeah.
intestines were already out, and they were like poisoning her blood, and there was nothing for us to do, just like, so they
Was
sedated
this
her,
the
and we waited.
was this the result of like age weakening the system?
Yeah, it's very common in people of older
Yeah,
age.
because she was in her early 90s, so I
Oh
guess.
yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
because the tissues get more weak, and obviously
Yeah.
it's more easy for those to break.
Yeah.
Take care of your
Anyways,
tissues.
yep. Chabelo was well known in Spanish-speaking households, not just in Mexico, and his content was a staple for early morning children's programming. His most famous contribution was "En Familia con Chabelo" or "Family" or "In Family with Chabelo." He played the host as a little kid named Chabelo, and would play games, do interviews, and more. And then it ran from 1968 to 2012.
Damn.
And it
2012?
was
15?
yeah, yeah,
It's 15 years.
2012. No, this one says 2012, but it was actually 2015.
Yeah, I remember it was 2015.
Wow.
All right. Well, I guess it was called the one of the Guinness World Records of the longest career as a children's television show, and another for playing the Chabelo character in general for 57 years. Let's see. He was also in La Familia Peluche, and then he also created the subgenre of comedy of adults portraying themselves as kids.
Which has
Uh,
now
And
become like a thing that everybody does in politics, probably.
mhm.
well, I think that Chespirito is the one who came up with that, isn't it? Or it was him.
um, I let's see. El Chavo came on in 1973 or 1970 in the I know. Well, he did his thing in the 1960s, and then I think Chespirito didn't uh, create Chavo until like the early 70s.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he was first doing the little adult as a little kid shtick.
Yeah, because the joke
Uh,
in the movies is that he was a 7-year-old kid who was like 7 feet tall.
yeah, and I remember uh watching a Cantinflas movie with him, and he just showed up. And he's like,
Yeah. And he slaps Cantinflas in the face.
mm-hmm. Well, R.I.P. to Chabelo.
And
If in the chat for Chabelo.
I was talking with this with my mom, and she told me that Chabelo, in a certain way, was like a nanny for Mexican children. And she
Uh
told
huh.
me that when we were kids, uh, on Sundays, was completely relieved because Chabelo was there to watch for us, for my sister and my other siblings and my cousins, and she could wake up, prepare the breakfast, and go back to sleep, knowing that the kids were gonna be watching Chabelo without any issue.
uh, well, on a lighter note, Daniel Radcliffe's gonna be a dad.
Yay.
He learned
So,
how to use his wand.
mm-hmm.
He's
And
been
by
with
one,
that.
he means his
With Shinflick.
penis.
He's been
Daniel,
with that chick for
33, had
10 years.
been,
Sorry.
yep,
God.
have been dating Aaron, 38, since 2013. So he's expecting his first child with longtime girlfriend Erin Dark. Uh, and then blah blah blah. Daniel has been in a relationship with Erin since 2013. The two met on the set of a movie called Kill Your Darlings in They played love interest, and it appears their chemistry was even stronger off screen. And she's also an actress.
Well, I give
Yeah.
them 6 months.
They've been
Yeah.
together for 10 years and they haven't gotten married. Like, what the fuck, man?
Well, it
he's the
happens.
second. Well, he's the second of the cast to have a baby because Ron Rupert Grint had a baby girl 2 years ago in May. Unfortunately, I have no hope for Emma Watson.
I
She's
think it's for the best.
She looks
Yeah.
fucking crazy these days. I feel
oh
bad
yeah,
for that girl.
she hit the wall.
Why she looks like
She-
that, or what?
She hit the wall and she's sliding down.
Something must have happened with her because she looks absolutely fucking nutty.
Yeah, she looks emaciated. She's got that SJW haircut going on. Like I don't know.
Radical feminism, not even
Yeah.
once.
Really?
Yup.
Yep.
I mean, she didn't she do like a UN thing where she like for some
Mhm.
feminism thing at the
Yeah,
UN?
that was
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like I don't know, 6-7 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was during
I'm
the
too-
age of Sarkisian and Brianna Wu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too old to see her in the like I'd want to bang her light. Like there are certain people I just can't see that way because I was an adult or at least old enough when they
I
were
know,
like
dude.
babies
I was
on
like
television.
Yeah.
I was like 20
Same way with the Olsen.
when she
Yeah.
became famous. Like that's weird.
Same thing with like the Olsen twins. I can't see like to me. I see the Olsen twins and I still think that they're that little girl, and so I can't see them that way. But I think something had to have happened with her.
Well, I'm around the age of those guys because I'm from that generation, and I can tell
Yep,
you in the case of
same
Harry
here.
Potter, I always was more attracted to the actress of Cho Chang and Luna Lovegood.
She's the girl who played Luna Lovegood got like they tried canceling her because she defended J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, she defended Rowling.
So fuck them troons. Anyways.
I mean, fuck J.K. Rowling too, but also fuck them truth. This guy.
Yep, this fucking guy. AP, Manhattan DA postpones Trump grand jury. He got away with it, man. Can't stump the Trump. Manhattan prosecutors postponed without any explanation a scheduled grand jury session Wednesday into the investigation into Donald Trump over hush money payments during his 2016 campaign, which is a total nothing burger, as we will see momentarily. The postponement was confirmed by 4 people familiar with the matter who spoke on condition of anonymity to the Associated Press because they were not authorized to discuss an ongoing investigation by name. It's not immediately clear why the proceedings were postponed, but the grand jurors were told to be on standby for Thursday. And nothing happened on... When was this? This was Wednesday. They were saying Thursday, but nothing happened. Another day when the New York panel had been in meeting for weeks. Let's see. They might hear next from Weakness. The panel had been probing Trump's involvement into a $130,000 payment made in 2016 to porn actor Stormy Daniels to keep her from going public about a sexual encounter she said she had with Trump years earlier. Trump has denied the claim, insisting he did nothing wrong and assailed the investigation led by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg as politically motivated. The Mr. Potato Head lookalike.
Mr. Potato Head's smarter.
Also, I must commend Omega for tweeting a picture of said Potato Head to Alvin Bragg. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Wednesday's abrupt development, which a person familiar with the matter said was not connected to security concerns, came amid growing anticipation that Trump could soon be charged. Prosecutors had recently invited Trump himself to appear before the grand jury, and on Monday heard from a witness favorable to his case as a way to ensure that the panel would be presented with any information that could conceivably be considered exculpatory. So he said that he was going to be arrested Tuesday, but that came and went without anything happening.
So there's a couple of things that play with this. First of all, I don't care who fucks hookers at all. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
she's
it's got
a
nothing to do
porn
with
star, so she's just a hooker that gets filmed.
Right. But in that capacity, if he banged her, and there are some people who believe that he didn't. I think he did.
I mean,
you know,
he's
like
Trump.
I don't care. Like, I don't care that JFK was banging Marilyn Monroe, and I don't really care that Bill Clinton banged Monica Lewinsky, except that she worked for him. That's where I have a problem. But any other hoe he banged outside of that marriage, I don't care. People and all the people pretending that they care, they don't care either.
No, they just hate Trump and just want to get back at him for mean tweets and shit. Like
Yeah.
I've said this a ton of times. Like if I hire a plumber to fix my fucking plumbing, I don't care if he's like, I don't know, if he's banging other chicks behind his wife's back, or if he's an asshole, or if he's black people. I don't give a fuck. I just want him to fix my plumbing. You know?
Right.
Fix
Speaking
my
of,
plumbing and get the fuck out.
here's a tweet from Benny Johnson. Wow, look at what's just found. A letter. Okay. Canellis, we need your Trump voice.
All right.
Well, look what was just found. A letter for Cohen's lawyer to the Federal Election Commission. This is totally exculpatory and must end the Manhattan District Attorney's witch hunt immediately. Cohen admits that he did it himself. The DA should get on with prosecuting violent criminals so people can walk down sidewalks of New York without being murdered, folks. Bigly, huge.
Yep. Okay, and then.
One of the most important things about this is that it's all out of statute of limitations. Fucking idiots.
And I just saw like a headline earlier today where where Stormy Daniels was like, if Trump goes to prison, I will dance. But anyways, here's the letter. I can't embiggen it, but it says, Dear Mr. Jordan, I am writing on behalf of my client, Michael D. Cohen, in response to your letter dated January 13th, 2018. Specifically, this letter responds to the complaint number blah, blah, blah. In a private transaction in 2016 between the U.S. presidential election, Mr. Cohen used his own personal funds to facilitate a payment of $130,000 to Miss Stephanie Clifford, aka Stormy Daniels. Neither the Trump Organization nor the Trump campaign was a party to the transaction with Miss Clifford, and neither reimbursed Mr. Cohen for the payment directly or indirectly. That's the smoking gun.
Payment wasn't illegal to make, and paying Cohen back wasn't illegal for him to do. Where the money came from may have been a campaign finance violation, but again, we're out of statute of limitations on that.
Yeah, but you know.
Every single prostitute on this planet ought to be gunning for Stormy Daniels for blowing up their racket. Like, that creates a chilling effect. There are going to be less dudes willing to pay hookers now that they know there's a chance that hooker is going to turn on them like Stormy Daniels did on Trump. This is one of the dumbest fucking things she could have done in the world. And I guess it is possible that he didn't bang her. It is possible, but I think he did.
Yeah. Well, and then this happened. Package with suspicious powder delivered to Manhattan. Day's office amid Trump probe. Alvin, I'll kill you in Minecraft. Police
And
say package was. Yep.
the
Police say
the
package
address,
was-
the
Go
address,
ahead.
the return address was to MAGA country.
Jesus Christ.
Oh damn.
Police say package was suspicious white powder delivered to building housing the DA Alvin Bragg's office on Friday amid Trump. Emergency personnel have responded after a package of suspicious white powder was delivered to the mailroom for the New York City building housing the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. A law enforcement source confirmed there was also notes saying Alvin, I'll end you in Minecraft in the envelope. Alvin Potato Head is currently weighing whether to proceed with an indictment against former President Donald Trump for alleged hush money payments. So we just talked about. The envelope delivered by the U.S. Postal Service Friday had been deemed non-hazardous at the scene, the mailroom to the DA's office, officials told Fox News. Let's see, blah, blah. The grand jury had been meeting in the building where the suspicious package was reported, but it does not sit on Fridays. It's canceled amid a major. Oh, the grand jury was canceled amid major dissension within the district attorney's office. One source claimed that district attorney is having trouble convincing the grand jury on potential charges due to the weakness of the case. Anything else? Nope. Nope. Oh, yeah. In a private memo sent to employees, Bragg decried attempts by Trump and GOP lawmakers to intimidate their office. We do not tolerate attempts to intimidate our office or threaten the rule of law in New York, Bragg sent in an email to employees over the weekend that was obtained by Political and confirmed by Fox News Digital.
So the letter, it was either handwritten or printed on a printer. If it was printed on a printer, it has microdots. I'd be checking the printers in Bragg's office.
You may be onto something. You are the tech guy after all. Also
Maniac
speaking...
Man 2030 in chat.
Oh, yo!
Hey.
What's up,
What
Maniac
up?
Man?
Yo! Vegano for Pope!
Oh yeah.
Vegano for Pope.
Pope.
Bring on the Fifth Crusade.
We're gonna talk about Francisco and his new outfit.
Oh yeah, he looks like a fucking Michelin man.
I didn't grab that. I did saw that. He looks pretty gangsterish. Maybe he's turning. Maybe he realized that he should be the crusader against all that is wrong. Maybe I'm still holding out that they took in Vegano, gave him plastic surgery to look like the Pope, and then
I think that's the least plausible idea, but it's also the one I like the most. I wish it were true.
He's been saying some pretty fucking based things lately.
Yeah.
Deus Volt, brother.
Deus Volt. Praise the sun. Speaking of people getting swerved. Hey, Morty. Oh, yeah, Rick. Yeah, so we tried getting canceled and can't do the burp.
So
Anyways.
So Jez, explain what happened. Explain what happened, because I have a question.
Justin Roiland, the big news about him was he got charged with felony beating on his ex-girlfriend at the time.
Who's Justin Roiland?
Okay, Justin Roiland, he's the creator of Rick and Morty, and two other shows. One's like something with space, and the other one, and he's also a voice actor too. Most notably, he did the voice of Lemon Grab in Adventure Time.
What happened?
Unacceptable. But yeah, he got canceled because apparently he got charged with like felony assault by an ex-girlfriend. But then people started coming out of the woodwork and saying shit like, "Oh, he's also doing this. He's talking to underage people." And then he comes up with this. I'll say this in more. I've always known that these claims were false, and I never had any doubt that this day will come. I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed, but oh, jeez, Rick. But at the same time, I'm still deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during this process. Most of all, I am disappointed that so many people were quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the world of an embittered act trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. That may have succeeded, even partially. It's shameful. It's shameful. However, now that the legal case has ended, I'm determined to move forward and focus both of my creative projects on restoring my good name.
So what happened with his job when these charges came out?
They fired him.
Oh, they kicked him out.
He
Yeah.
went
Fired
to
him. So
fucking street, dude.
does he get his fucking job back? I don't like the guy, but
Yeah,
If
that's the big
this-
question. Because
right? Does he get his fucking job back? Because
He
the
should-
other
he
shoe
should,
needs
but
to
they're
drop
not.
on shit like that. Right, exactly. They're not gonna.
no,
This is a
they're-
big fucking problem. This is a big fucking problem.
no,
People get
because
fired for this shit. People get fired for this shit and they get nothing back. I ended a 25-year fucking career because I refused to take the fucking vaccine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not getting that back as I've been proven right. And
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying this is about me. I'm saying I have had this experience as well. So as a society, we need to agree that something needs to happen.
I mean, and this is something that even I think someone mentioned in Clownfish TV. The only way I think this guy might recover his job at Adult Swim is if he sued the company.
I'm
No, because
really
the
against.
company isn't gonna backtrack. Like you know them, they're never gonna admit they were wrong.
No,
They're just
but-
trying. They're going to like try and sweep it under the rug and forget about it.
No, but that's the reason why Johnny Depp had to lawyer up because
Yeah.
he knew his reputation was ruined, and he had to fight these bastards. So
I think that he should sue Adult Swim for defamation.
yeah, I think the same.
Yeah. Here, right here, Andy No says, "Remember who went after you and now work to challenge the systems that empowered them to lie."
He won't. He won't learn anything. I mean, like, I'm not even confident that he'll sue them, but he should.
He is kind of a cuck, to be honest.
Okay. Then he's gonna be
Fortunately,
cut.
both of the creators of Rick and Morty are absolute fucking cucks.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, most of the guys who work in animation are cocks.
It's true.
Yeah, it's the Chad animator, but the Chad comic book artist versus the Virgin animator. That's how it
I
goes.
don't know. Say what you want about John Kay. I think he's still pretty neat.
I mean, Ren and Stimpy's great work. He's a sleazebag, but there
Yeah.
are charges to press
And
file.
Ralph Bakshi.
Yep.
And
Oh,
Ralph
okay,
Bakshi.
okay.
But was it what was it, Canales? Yesterday or Friday we watched
Friday. Yeah, we watched Hey
a
Good
Bakshi
Looking.
film. Hey Good Looking.
That was a fucking great movie. So yeah,
What
I may
is
have to,
Oh,
change my
no.
consideration and call them like the Chad animator versus the Virgin comic book artist, because in the comic book industry we have like Mark Waits and what's the other fat guy with
Drex
a beard?
Versaggio.
Yeah,
Dan Slott,
Dan Slott.
Joe Quesada.
I just gotta step away for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Anyways, Last of Us tie-in. CDC
God.
warns of alarming rise of potentially deadly fungal threat in hospitals. Go away. Cases of the drug-resistant fungus Candida auris are now climbing at an alarming rate in healthcare facilities around the country, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention warned Monday, after reports of infected patients nearly doubled in 2021. For several years after the first American cases were reported in 2016, only a few dozen patients were reported to the CDC annually, but cases have begun to accelerate in recent years. According to the new CDC data, by 2021, the cases had increased 95% from 756 in 2020 to 1,471 in 2021. Preliminary figures count for another 2,377 cases for 2022. 30 states and the District of Columbia have now reported Candida auris patients. Candida auris is a form of yeast infection that often causes no symptoms on the body of healthy people. However, the fungus poses a serious threat to patients already weakened by other conditions, triggering serious and invasive complications as it spreads into the body system. Many cases have affected patients in hospitals and nursing homes. Bean Boy, greasy bastard, can you tell me what other sickness was going around in hospitals and nursing homes?
Oh well, all of them.
There's a shit
Oh,
ton of disease going on
Like
those kind of places.
one
I
one in
know.
particular.
I know. Well, I was referring to a specific one, specifically one that locked us in our house for like a whole entire year.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So are you perhaps implying that we're gonna have a new pandemic of fungi?
Oh shit!
Look who just
Who
woke.
Hey,
Yo,
How goes it, folks?
Meta
Hey,
Meta, what's up, brother?
Meta, meta, never been better.
You sound like
WT is
you
on the
sound like
setup.
you're on the you sound like you're on the comm channel from Mars.
Damn, that sucks. I'm trying out these new headphones.
Oh,
Yeah, I got you. I can fix that.
yeah, you sound like the Taliban have a gun to your head, and you're like trying
Hey,
to make
this
us
will
believe
fix
they're
that.
treating you well.
I should do it.
so what's up with you, dog?
Nothing. I'm just jumping in. I don't want to interrupt your flow. You guys look like you were having a riveting conversation. My apologies for being late. I was on my way home.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It doesn't matter. You can pop in with any conversation. It's been a while since we had you on, so we miss you,
Sure,
buddy.
I'll
And we
chime
tried.
in.
And we also like tried uh wanting to join your podcast, but we had other commitments, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it
But
happens.
anyways, as I
No,
was
keep
saying,
sending those links, man.
yeah, we'll hop in by you and jaw jack with you, chew the fat. Let's see. Where was I? Nearly all of the samples tested of Candida auris already are already resistant to at least one class of antifungal drug. 1 in 3 patients with the invasive infection die. Even though it can often be tricky to assess the exact role the fungus played in some of the vulnerable patients. Even in patients who survive invasive infections, some can remain colonized for years after they were treated. Uh, anything
Am I
else?
Colonized.
obsessed? Am I just obsessed, or am I hearing like a robot speaking in the background?
Yeah.
It
All
sounds
right,
like Thief has
probably
has
me. I
a.
got you. I'll mute it.
It sounds like
I'm
Thief has a
actually.
hair.
Sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm about to mute myself and switch out my mic.
All
It
right.
sounds like Thief has like a hair trimmer going in the background.
Sounds like Soundwave is trying to tell us something.
Yeah. But yeah, switch out your mic, boy, and come back. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's a big outbreak of this Candida auris, and it's resistant to fungal infection.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
How that's going to
And-
work out with people with compromised immune systems from participating in a fucking global pharmaceutical.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
a
I was
shitload
saying.
of people with compromise, like with immune diseases lately. Didn't actually Sam Neill didn't get fucking blood cancer, which is
Oh yeah,
yeah.
leukemia.
closely
Oh.
tied to like a malfunctioning immune system.
Whoops.
There you go.
Oh,
And I love fucking Sam Neill. Like I fucking love him. Like Jurassic Park, Event Horizon, in Mouth of Madness is like I love the guy, but
oh.
fucking sucks to see him this way.
He was Damien in The Omen.
Yeah, it was Damien in like the third movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, if fungal infections aren't worse, well, then you got that. Killer eye drops recall. What we know about the contaminated products that have killed 3 Americans, blinded 8, and forced 4 patients to have their eyeballs surgically removed.
Oh shit.
Wait, what brand? I need to know what brand immediately because I use a lot of. Oh no!
Oh, flurry. I love that. The bacteria have been found lurking in Ezricare and Delsum Pharma eye drops from the Indian manufacturer Global Pharma.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to my medicine
Sir,
cabinet.
sir, do the needful and check your eye drops and make sure they are not the ones that will kill your eyes. Please, sir. Please do the needful and do that.
We will reimburse your tears in exchange for tips
Yep.
and your wife.
A flurry of U.S. deaths and blindness caused by contaminated eye drops have caused panic nationwide. 3 Americans died, 8 suffered vision loss, and 4 people have had their eyeballs removed after becoming infected with a rare drug-resistant strain of bacteria called Pseudomonas aeruginosa.
Oh shit! Actually,
Ooh.
my mom caught one of those. Like, now that we're talking about fungi and those shit, yeah, my mom went. I don't know, for some type of surgical procedure like over 10 years ago, and she caught a fucking pseudomonas, and it actually blinded her like temporarily.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it was like if that like as if he had like a pus inside of her eyeball. Yeah, just
I
like in the
have
middle of her eye.
Okay, so
I have relieving news.
okay.
I get my eye drops from the white Swiss people, so they do not have poo in the loo germs in them.
Yay.
That's reassuring.
It's nice.
Let's see. The bacteria have been found lurking in Ezricare and Delsum Pharma eye drops from the Indian manufacturer Global Pharma, which have been recalled while health officials investigate. Most patients reported using 10 different brands of artificial tears, but Ezricare artificial tears, a preservative-free over-the-counter product, was the brand most commonly reported. There's the problem. Oh, look, my state. My state. Someone got their eyeballs scooped out in my state. No.
Have you noticed that some of them,
Mush
or if not
interference.
most of them, are red states?
Oh, just
Like
like the
Texas,
states in which
Florida,
the
North
contaminating
Carolina.
train crashes happen.
But they also are in California and New York too, and Washington.
Oh well.
Interesting.
Okay, which eye drop brands have been recalled?
By the way, I think you have Meta on the backstage.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. I got him.
This is Zach.
Yo, what
What do I
brand
have?
eye drops do you use?
Come. Exclusive.
Do you use your own cum or someone else's?
Oh boy.
There's been a supply chain issue lately, so
Let's see. Blah blah blah. This blah, against using Ezricare artificial tears and Delsum Pharma's artificial tears. Last month. Anything else?
So this is not I'm not gonna. This is do not consider this a product endorsement, but I use Genteel, made by Alcon, and it's the gel. And I used to use Visine because my eyes dry out all the fucking time. Like they just boom, dry right out. I used to use Visine, and then I was listening, and they always ultimately made it worse, right? And I was
Mm-hmm.
listening to Ranting Monkey and his co-host Jack Cochran. This is years ago. He was like, "Don't use Visine. Use Gentile. Visine strips the outer layer off your eyes." I'm like, "Well, that explains that." Yeah.
Can I tell
So
you?
I switched.
Oh God, sorry.
I switched to Gentile, and it has made a huge difference. And I don't even use them as much as I used to because whatever's going on there must have changed.
Well, my
Also,
conspiracy theory about Midnight is that he uses gentile because it sounds like Gentiles, and he's totally against the Jews and Zionists. So that's why that's his brand of choice.
Shh! Shut the fuck up.
also this let's see what else. Florida-based Apotex voluntarily recalled 6 lots of its prescription brimonidine tartrate ophthalmic solution 0.15% because at least 4 bottle caps developed cracks, jeopardizing their sterility. And on March 3rd, Pharmedica recalled its purely smoothing 15% MSM drops due to non-sterility. Okay, so I'm not gonna scroll down further because
Yeah, we don't want to see eyeballs infected with Hindu
Oof.
feces. We'd
Oof.
rather see eyeballs rinsed with cum.
Yep.
That's
Are eye drops
Uh-oh.
safe?
what did you do? Why?
My webcam
Why?
is down. I'm sorry.
No, I scrolled past. You barely even saw anything.
Incidentally, that's how my mom's eye looked to some degree. She looked like something out of
Oh.
Evil Dead. Like
Oh.
she got one dead-eyed eye, you know. It's pretty fucking
She
creepy.
must have been miserable.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
actually, it actually fucking hurt, man. Like she had to take some
Yeah.
pills, and luckily it went away in a few days. But holy shit, did she was she in pain? Like it was like having something in your eye, you know, something really big, and you couldn't take it out.
Let's see.
Luis
What
Canales
went
out here
wrong?
shooting those ropes.
Let's see.
You should have seen my dad trying to bully her into, into taking the eye drops. You fucking holy shit. That's not my dad.
What went wrong? The CDC said that found the drug-resistant strain in open bottles of Ezocare drops that researchers collected from patients both with and without infections from as far back as May 2022. The agency will also continue to test unopened bottles. Let's see. There's also been cases in. Uh, oh, the incident stemming from Global Pharma comes just a few months after a governmental community in Gambia slammed Indian-based drug maker Maiden Pharmaceuticals for its role in the deaths of 70 children from acute kidney injury. Which was
No one
related.
should be. This is one of the fucking problems with outsourcing to third world shitholes. No one should be surprised that an Indian manufacturer of anything is having troubles with not hygienic standards or any standards. They're gonna get away with whatever they can get away with. That's how it works there.
Yeah.
I mean, Wuhan, anyone?
Yeah, but the kidney injuries came from contaminated cough syrups, which the World Health Organization concluded contained toxic levels of diethylene and ethylene glycol, aka antifreeze, and should be withdrawn.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. And meanwhile, in Uzbekistan, 19 children died after consuming cough syrup made by Indian-based Marion Biotech, and of course, there was antifreeze in the cough syrup.
Oh god.
And of course,
was this made inside the garage or something?
You know the big problem with antifreeze and kids is the fact that it smells sweet and delicious like Kool-Aid, and then
yeah,
kids drink
it
it,
looks like Kool-Aid.
and yeah, that's an issue. And I think maybe one of these guys was like, "Fuck it, antifreeze, throw it in. It's almost there."
And of course, there's the growing global problem of treatment-resistant bacterial infections.
Goddamn MRSA.
Yep. So that's that. But anyways, this next one, Real treat. Chef kiss. Ready for this?
Ooh.
Buffalo Cenk Uyghur's little Armenian fuck toy says, I'm a woman. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or a person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this shit.
Welcome to the world you created, Anna.
Oh,
Not for nothing. She sounds like she's menstruating right now.
this one. Carry like a broken clock, and then she's like, I think you're an embarrassment to this country and a full-blown lunatic.
Well, I'm assuming it's mutual.
Zuby says, your side is gonna roast you now. I hope you're ready for the tolerance. They have the right to speak their piece, as do I. I just spelled piece wrong. And then this one's like, I am also a woman and proud of it, fight for every day, but not everyone who deals with reproductive issues is a woman. Speaking with inclusion does not erase your womanhood. And then
Fuck that shit.
of course
They're doing the whole. They're doing the whole. Well, I can't give birth because I have reproductive issues, and I'm still a one. She's not talking about that, and you know it. You dishonest cunt.
Yeah, she means incels. Incels have reproductive issues.
There you go.
That's their only issue, is reproducing.
Yeah.
Also, shouts to Maniac Man. Shouts to Hero. Also, Imega, you're actively in this podcast, and I haven't said hi to you yet. My bad on that.
No problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do not trust her. She's full of crap. I mean, she has to be if she's with Buffalo Bill, Buffalo Jink.
It's not a matter of trusting her. It's just a matter of how ironic it is that these progressive women don't like the world that they helped create.
Oh, this is a beautiful one from noted commie Discord mod Vosh. I have never heard of any of these terms outside of a few tweets and PowerPoint screenshots where academics grasp desperately for some inoffensive, inclusive metal terminology. Durr. And Michael Schellenberger has proof here. Biden admin replaced mothers with birthing people in maternal health guidance. And race disparity in birthing people. Any other juicy?
Sorry,
here.
I had to take a business phone call. Were we just talking about Anna Kasparian?
Yep.
I just want to point out that this tri-diagram just looks like a set of nuts. So it's already ironic as fuck.
Yep.
It looks like if you took a dick and balls and cross-sectioned it.
Pretty much.
It's like if you try to tuck them back so it's all flat at the same time, just 2D dick and balls.
Yeah. Then there's tumors here.
Yeah. There is 0% chance that Anna Kasparian. You guys listen to Hard Bastard ever?
No.
No.
He's absolutely worthless. Every chance you get, listen to Hard Bastard. His commentary is fucking awesome. And this fucking guy. He is groomer supreme. Who called you that? No one's ever heard you say referring to a population, not an individual person. Obviously, those terms are meant to be precise to include all people. I'm in the middle of a sentence, you goddamn spurg.
Sure. What were you saying about Hard Bastard Midnight? I'm genuinely curious to quote the kids.
Real quick, before Midnight gets into that, I just want to say Groomer Supreme could be considered a compliment in certain contexts. Just putting that out there.
I know.
If you own a dog grooming shop, absolutely. What Hard Bastard is saying about Anna is that it really looks like she's trying to rehab her image so that she can take another deal. And I think she's got another deal in play. It really does look to me like she's got another deal in play. And the day, if that's true, the day she leaves, watch Cenk Uyghur's face on the first broadcast after that fucking day, because it will be glorious.
Would you say she's working on the art of the deal?
No, she's. I don't know who I would think that she has a deal with,
Canales
but I
got
could
it.
even see her getting a deal from like Rumble. Just Rumble being like, we'll give you money for the Anna Kasparian show. We know it'll get numbers, and it will.
This one from Michael Tracy. I regret to inform you that you have just endorsed literal genocide.
If only.
That isn't literal. I mean, it's figurative genocide. I mean, you could figuratively call it genocide, except for no one in that group shares anything genetic in common.
But Midnight, I'm sure you've realized by now that the only word that has been beaten and raped more than sexist and racist is the word literally. Doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, they use words to manipulate, not to describe. That's why it drives me on my goddamn mind.
Literally seems to mean like really big. It's like, yeah, you just endorse like really big genocide. Wow, you're a really big fascist. Like, you're literally a fascist. That's not what literally means.
Yo, Canales,
Cenk loves horses, I hear.
literally, I would love for her to take Hero's fucking face off the screen.
Will you
I'm tired
stop-
of him winking at me.
Will you stop being newish for once?
Not metaphorically, like literally, or figuratively.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's newish interference
He's
going
back.
on. Cenk loves horses, I hear. Yep.
I mean, I like chicks with horse face. I don't understand it. But
you know what?
Yep.
Hey, your name is Midnight and you like chicks with horse face. Hey, my name is Meta. I like bitches with bird beaks. I don't know
Like-
what it is, but like that big Jewish nose, and even when it has that, like, you know, the little like knot in the middle of it, and it's
yes, I
supposed
do
to
know
be
that.
unappealing. No, I love that shit.
You know
Give
that
me a
you know the
dark
nose.
haired bitch with all sorts of idiosyncrasies and a bird beak, and I am in.
You know the nose when like it
Oh.
goes right below the eyes, like it juts out, and then right below the eyes it just drops right the fuck down.
Nah, that's a sloop nose. I'll pass on that one.
Oh.
I don't know why I
Oh,
like them.
Diego
I wanna
Paredes
beat-
nose does that, and that is so fucking hot.
I'm thinking of an American woman who does that, because I know of Spanish women who do that. Angelica Houston. How about Angelica Houston?
Okay, I got one for you. Imagine
I like
a
Angelica
chick.
Houston.
I
know.
do like her. I do. Imagine a chick with Timothy Chalamet nose.
Right.
Oh.
Bong.
I mean, Meta, you missed last week when I was simping over Muammar Gaddafi.
I missed everything. There was a point where you guys were talking, and I'm like, first of all, whose podcast am I on? And then I was like, fuck, 66 episodes of this? I didn't even hear about it. But hey, life is life. Shit gets away from you sometimes, and that's probably my fault. Yeah. By the way, Gaddafi's a good guy to simp over, trying to do that Pan-African gold standard currency. Let's go.
Oh fuck yes! And in his younger days when he was in his military outfit,
Handsome.
I recall on Reddit that there was a lady who claimed that as a young woman she had an encounter with Gaddafi and reportedly got knocked up by him, but her dad was like was some big shot at like the US government and made her get an abortion. And I was so insanely jealous of her. It is the same jealousy that I also have for Dominique Swain in Lolita, watching her climb all over Jeremy Irons like the slut she is, and it should be me, even though the movie came out when I was about maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Well, I think we can empathize with that.
This is Howard Cassell here, Canales. How does it feel to be cucked on your own wife's show? Please.
We're
waiting.
We are burning.
No. He knows he's the top dog. He knows he's the top dog.
Oh
So
yeah.
Canaris, she
If,
says
if,
that you are the number one bitch.
if this was a harem situation, he'd be like the number one wife, and everyone else is just my concubines.
Okay, but I'm
Oh,
not banging the other dudes while you're out. Okay,
yes,
I'm not doing that.
yes.
What?
One name, Pablo.
No, don't, no, you fucker, you little fucker. Beat, what the? Ah, fuck you, chinga tu madre.
Pablo Arcadia.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
Silence.
gonna say that Fairuza Balk made us all want to militate in extreme right wing groups after watching her ride. What's his name from Fight Club? Edward Norton in American History X.
Yes.
Holy shit, Fairuza was so hot as a skinhead.
Yeah, Veruza Balk might have a significant role to play in you might want to put some blame on her for my ending up a goth.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
What,
I
what
mean,
about her character from The Water Boy?
that too. That too.
Yo, hold on. I'm a fucking retard because I'm out here thinking of Faruka Salt or whatever the bitch's name is from Willy Wonka.
I had a bet, dude. Many 20, 30 years ago, I had a bet. Not quite 30 years ago. I had a bet with someone that Fairuza Balk played Veruca Salt, and I lost that bet. And the stakes on that bet were very high, but by the time it was proven that I
Blowjobs.
lost that bet, thankfully no, because I did lose that bet. If I ever see the guy again, I do have to do what I said I'd do if I lost the bet.
Fucking blowjobs.
It's not blowjobs. It's not blowjobs.
Maybe it's just tattooing a bullseye on your anus.
Anyways, family, let's check out how's things in France doing.
Oh shit.
Ho, baguette at the tower, ho, menage a trois.
Beware of these cops, Frenchies. Don't walk into any doors that they open for them.
No, they're joining them.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, that's why they're clapping. We got the cops on their side now.
American
wanna
police,
score
take fucking note and don't be overdone by the frogs. Jesus.
Yep, as they say right here.
You're
Some
telling
of
me
us
like,
are globalist. Some frogs.
Yo, we talk a lot of shit about the French on all of our various podcasts. We have to admit, though, these motherfuckers know how to revolution.
I was yeah,
Mm.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm just waiting for the guillotines now.
You know
Oh.
what the French are? The French are like that nerdy kid who like you just push him in the back towards the danger and then he starts it up and then we figure out how to like
he
we
sends,
figure
he
out how
sends
to
you a
dominate.
text. He sends you a text and tells you, "Don't go to the lycée tomorrow, huh?"
Yo, so while the French are trying to French Revolution, these other motherfuckers are like, I'm gonna sail across the ocean and get away from these motherfuckers. And now we have America. Just maybe wait things out and see how the French handle them and then do the opposite.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the firefighters and riot police have joined the protesters to stand against the WEF Muppet Emmanuel Macron, ho 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 ho, and his possibly trans leather wife. So yeah, go France.
Dude, I think apparently the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that they raised their retirement age like by 2 years.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Macron pushed it through regardless without a vote. So
Yeah,
Oof.
that's and their
Oof.
retirement age is still lower than ours here in Spain.
yeah,
You see any
and
Spanish
they
revolution?
they
I
just
think I don't
raised
think so.
in the U.S. to 67. It used to be 65. Now it's 67.
So I'm so fucking jealous of our French neighbors, dude.
Oh boy. Speaking of, outrage brewing over plans for China-linked battery company in Michigan. Don't want CCP in our small town. Okay, so
Why is an American battery company not going there? If we need
because
batteries, an American battery company should be going there.
this is the same thing that happened like a couple years ago with Foxconn. They tried to build like a factory in Wisconsin, and people were against it because CCP, but the governor at the time, Scott Walker, said that this was to like create job opportunities. And I think this is what they're going to do with this too, but job opportunities for the sake of security. Anyways,
Yo, so I know I'm like 65 episodes late. How do we feel about the concept in the context of this podcast? How do we feel about the concept that we're actually in a hot war with China, yet what people think of as war, it has changed. So no one's acknowledging it. It's just politicking, back end shit, doing little things to each other's infrastructure constantly, hacking, all sorts of things. What do you think about that, guys?
That's what the Cold War with Russia was.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
That's-
I agree. And I grew up in the tail end of the Cold War. So yeah, what do you elaborate, please?
So it's not a hot war; it's a Cold War, but it is a bit more hot than the Cold War was. What it is it's an information war.
maybe we could call it like a lukewarm war.
An Alex Jones war.
I mean, it is.
An info war. You got the Chinese, you got the Americans.
You got the Chinese, you got the Americans. Yeah, this is an information war.
You really think your Alex Jones is better than mine, little girl? Really?
It's also
You
worth,
don't have enough whiskey or cigars in your saddle for this guy.
it's also worth mentioning
Oh yeah.
that
Well,
we
I
have
have
been
the
using
I have the mental instability to be Alex Jones.
Here's the
especially when
thing.
the little babies
Here's the
are
thing.
getting-
Alex Jones is
You're doing it
mentally
right.
stable enough to let the other people on his show talk. So I'm going to shut up and you can do what you want to do, baby boy.
All right, I shall let you. And I'm going to tell you about these blood drinking Satanist Chinese godless commies and how they want to build this factory in
She
Michigan
made the wrong
and
choice,
steal all our
folks.
secrets. Anyways, former Republican governor candidate Tudor Dixon blasted Governor Gretchen Whitmer Wednesday for moving forward to plans to allow us $715 million of taxpayer money to fund a Chinese Communist Party-linked business in the state. It's either Got Iron or Goshen High-Tech Company, a battery company based in Hefei, China, announced its plans last year for roughly 2.4 billion electric vehicle battery plant in Big Rapids, Michigan, that would bring an estimated 2,350 jobs to the state, according to a press release from Whitmer's office. Dixon said the CP-linked business shouldn't be allowed to operate in the state and called out Whitmer for allowing the company to come to Michigan. Let's see. And the company bylaws, it clearly states that when they get to Michigan, they have to have a CCP organization on site, a Chinese Communist Party organization on site, a propaganda arm of the CCP right in the center of the country in Michigan.
You know, our anti-communist laws are still on the books.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. They should be dragging that CCP rep into our gulag.
Yeah.
The minute he
And
walks off the plane, you're
Mhm.
coming with us, sir.
Yeah.
I mean,
and also,
you know, there are multiple counties in the United States where sodomy is illegal. No butt sex for you, sir.
There are those who would make the argument, but I won't, that sodomy is just as destructive to Western civilization as communism. But I'll start with communism and see where it takes us.
I'll have an entire argument with you in a nutshell, and I'll say causation, not You know, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say.
Correlation.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think it's a symptom, not the reason for the problem. But
So
continue.
yeah. Well, here's something. Chinese farmland ownership in U.S. over one. Uh, Chinese has been buying up our farmland too. More than 100 residents of Green Charter Township in Big Rapids in rural Mecosta County, Michigan, showed up to a board meeting on March 14th to voice concerns over the presence of a Chinese-owned company. Let's see. The thing that drives me most crazy about this is a Chinese-owned company. A Chinese-owned company is a communist company. Why would you bring a communist country to Big Rapids, Michigan, when we have troops mobilizing right now to fight China? One resident who identified himself as an Iraq war veteran told the town's board members. Uh, Goshen put the planned construction in Big Rapids on hold after the town board unanimously voted days early to request a federal review of any potential national security risks associated with having a Chinese owned company in the area. Let's see. Now you have, and then they're rising up,
Real quick,
and they also
before you go
announced that,
further, real
yeah.
quick, Valiant Thor in the chat says, I can see an ET false flag coming pretty soon. This current narrative, there you go. Yeah, bring it up. Will lead to this and to stricter surveillance state than the sickness brought us. Additionally, um, social credit scores, things of that nature to piggyback on his concept.
I
So
mean, Project Bluebeam, where if it's
we've been
aliens and
talking
I'm not
about
feeling,
Bluebeam for years.
yeah,
Yep.
if it's aliens and I'm not feeling up a three-titty Martian hooker, it's Bluebeam. Period. I don't
Yep.
get a ship. It's Bluebeam.
Yo, you know what? We've
And
we've
yes,
spoken
Valiant Thor is right.
we've spoken on
The
the
White
internet
House is the
for
most expensive.
all right, sorry.
Sorry, is the most expensive nursing home in America. Okay, Meta. Sorry,
Yes.
continue your thought.
No, I've spoken to Midnight for hundreds, if not thousands of hours, completely available on the internet. And I think that's the one thing that drives me the craziest. It always comes back to the third tip with this dude Midnight. Like, I don't believe
I
it.
mean,
And
y-
like
you know why I'm saying that, right?
we're talking about the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Total Recall. He's
Total
feeling up a
Recall. Yeah,
three-titty
yeah.
Martian hooker. If there's a three-titty Martian hooker, then okay, it's aliens. Otherwise, I do not believe it.
But
That
you
was a
don't talk
mutant,
about
though. That wasn't even an alien. That was like a
Mutant.
dome.
Mutant.
Yeah, it was a mutant.
I don't think it
Fucking
was a
relax.
mutant. I think it was a person with like disabilities because of the Martian environment.
Dude,
Mutants.
Yeah.
having an
Spoiler
extra,
alert.
That's what
it's
mutant
not a
means.
disability. I am disabled for not having 3 hands.
It's oh, that bitch was an ableist with all those sits. She had 3 triple D's. So that's 9 D's. She could catch 9 of these.
I'm disabled because I had a little thing growing out from my chest, a little man.
Oh yeah, and we call him Quado to this day.
Yep.
Is that I minor?
Guys, I gotta drop out because it's almost 3 a.m.
Ah,
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, we started late. I'm an old man. I need my beauty sleep.
Fine, go. I'll just stay here with Midnight and Mega and Meta. We're gonna make this show with blackjack and hookers now.
Yo, just
Go
so
to
you know,
sleep, old
Canales,
man.
on the side they call me Mr. Steal Your Girl, just so you know. Or Mr.
Well,
Steal Your
jokes on
Boy,
you
if that's what
because
she
yes, is
wants.
not a girl. Yes, identifies as a man. So who's laughing now?
well, in Twitter, I identify as a woman.
Well,
I'm out. This got
I
weird.
think I just heard Canales rethink his decision.
fine. Good night,
Yeah, I need
Canales.
some sleep. All right, see you around, guys.
I love you, you fat retard.
I love you too, little Tron. I love you too, guys.
Canales,
I love all of you.
adios.
Adios.
All right. Let's get to brass tacks, gentlemen. So, Dalai Lama, biggest troll of the Chaicoms, because he just named among this Mongolian boy as a new Buddhist spiritual leader. The 8-year-old Mongolian boy born in the U.S. is one of a pair of twin boys named Agudai and Achiltai Altanmar. The news of the boy being named as the reincarnation brought contempt among secular nationalists and alarm among those who felt it will provoke the rage of the country's neighbor. Yes. Let's see. He is the little this little guy is the reincarnation of a third important spiritual leader in Tibetan Buddhism. Uh, he met with the Dalai Lama in a ceremony that took place in Dharamsala in the Indian state of Himachal Pradesh. And it is the place where the Dalai
Dar
Lama is
Salam.
in exile. Mm-hmm.
That's where my bitches
And
at.
is, yep. We have the reincarnation of Kalka Jetsun Dampa Rinpoche of Mongolia with us today. Dalai Lama told his followers present at the ceremony. He added his predecessors had a close association with the Krishnacharya lineage of Chakrasambhara. One of them established a monastery in Mongolia dedicated to its practice, so his being here today is quite auspicious. As per the news reports from Mongolia, the child in question is one of a pair of twin boys named Agudai and Alchiltai. They are the son of Altanmar Chinchilun and Monkasan Narmandak, a university mathematics profession, national resources conglomerate executive, respectively. And their grandmother was a former member of the Mongolian parliament. Celebrations erupted in Mongolia when the news of the boy being named the reincarnation came in. The ceremony resulted in intense excitement among Buddhists. On the other hand, it also brought contempt among secular nationalists, aka the atheists and the commies, and alarm among those who feel that it will provoke the rage of the country's neighbor China. As we know that China took here we go. Case in point, when the Dalai Lama named a new second most important Buddhist leader, Panchen Lama, in 95, the child was soon arrested by Chinese authorities and replaced with a candidate of their own. And then something similar.
Want the
Mhm.
knife. That's how this gets resolved.
Yep. The golden child. And members of the Buddhist community anticipate that something similar might happen after the current Dalai Lama passes away. And they consider the Dalai Lama's and China considers Dalai Lama's reincarnation as something very important. They have more concern about the next Dalai Lama than me. And so he says that in the future case, you can see two Dalai Lamas come, one from here in the free country, one chosen by the Chinese. That no one will trust, nobody will respect the one chosen by China. So that is an additional problem for the Chinese. It's possible, it can happen, the Dalai Lama added.
Yeah, Jez. This is a whole different. Like, we could do a whole podcast just on the Dalai Lama, Tibet, China situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is fucked up, and it went from being religious to being territorial, and basically the Chinese they aggressively have an interest in controlling Tibet, because if you cut off Tibet, you cut off most of the major rivers in that section of the globe, and then now you
Yeah,
dominate Pakistan and India.
India.
And so yeah, so I'm gonna sit out the rest of this conversation just because I know way too much. Like, I can go all the way back. Let's talk about having
I
another.
mean, we're kind of done with that. But I had something I was gonna say that. Uh, did you know that the Panchen Lama had a child, a girl child, and do you know took who watched over her?
Can I get a hint?
I'll give you. Come on, you gotta guess.
Zero. Like all I know is that it's an Asian. Was it Bruce Lee?
Oh no, it's not. Okay. No, Bruce Lee was dead by then.
Bro, it was Ken Jeong. Stop it.
No.
There's a good movie. That would make a good movie.
Define Asian. Are we talking like The Rock?
Let's just say he thinks he's Asian.
Oh.
Midnight in Exile.
You. Oh my God! You didn't know that
I don't know
Steven
names.
Seagal.
He's a
You
liar.
didn't know that
I
Steven
kinda
Seagal
remember
was like
this.
the babysitter for the daughter of the Panchen Lama.
He's a
kinda
liar. I don't
remember
believe
this.
any of that. Nah,
Something like
that's
that.
all a lie. Everything about Steven Seagal is a lie. You know what's not a lie? The time that Judo Jean LaBelle, who was probably the first UFC, not UFC, MMA person who started all that shit. He started with judo. He got into boxing. He did all that. And he made this nigga Steven Seagal shit his pants. Fuck Steven Seagal.
Yep.
Everything Steven Seagal, he just vomits lies. Just diarrhea of lies out the mouth.
Another thing
now
that-
he's
Another thing that is not a lie about Steven Seagal is that he runs like a girl.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Mhm.
No, he doesn't run like a girl. He runs like an alien trying to run like a girl. Like I watch girls run. I got this. And no, you don't got that either.
But yeah, Steven Seagal launches Aikido Center.
Hold
to
on.
train Russians for
Real quick. Before you even start, for the folks just listening, this motherfucker is towering over Vladimir Putin. I don't know how Putin allowed this to get put out, but this is hilarious.
Man, dude, I'd probably tower over Vladimir Putin. He's like 5'3".
Yo, Putin would fucking take Steven Seagal's heart from his chest. No question. In like real battle.
I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I would not mind seeing that fight because I have no doubt that Putin's a tough guy. Like he is definitely a tough guy. That's how he got to where he is. I
Shout
would
to
like to see
hero.
that fight.
Steven Seagal doesn't even know how to
Steven
fight. Shouts
Seagal
to hero.
doesn't even know how to fight.
Well, he's like one of those dudes that they show you
I was-
videos of that that do the like movie kung fu and then like a real MMA fighter gets in the ring with them and just fucking knocks their teeth down their throat with one punch and they're totally shocked by it.
Yeah. No, the video I saw was he was like doing some kind of Aikido thing in, I believe, Russia, and the guys are just like running up to him and he's just like knocking them over with his hand, like, and then they're like
Knocking him
falling
over with his energy. And I know
No,
that sounds like I'm making a
the
joke, but
guys
like
that
he's-
are trying to
he,
fight
like,
him, he just
waves
takes
it.
his arm and then they just fall to the ground. And he's just standing there fatly. But yeah. Steven Seagal launches Aikido Center to train Russians for military service.
Aikido.
Aikido.
Not Aikido. It's Aikido.
Thank you.
I don't want to let
Steven
you become
Seagal
another
has launched an
Moon Knight. Sorry.
all-Russian Aikido Center in Moscow. They'll probably be used to prepare young Russians for army service. The actor was present at the inauguration ceremony at the Russian capital Monday, where he cut the ribbon to officially open the center. According to Russia's state-affiliated media outlet TASS, the main objectives of the center are to increase the applied nature of Aikido, develop various styles and directions of traditional and modern Aikido, increase the general motivation of those involved, the opportunity to become a champion, and receive a sports category title, as well as prepare young people for service in the Russian armed forces. But Meta, you are the second martial arts expert I know, aside from the fat, greasy bastard I call my boyfriend. So, enlighten me. Isn't Aikido supposed to be like a defensive martial art
Well,
instead of an
the
offensive?
concept of Aikido is that it came from Japan during a time where motherfuckers used to just slash you with swords off of a horse. So it's like swooping movements, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very, like, to your point, very defensive. Um and it's defensive in a manner to minimize the opponent's reach, let's say, with maybe their hands or a weapon or what have you. And that's cool. And there are elements of Aikido that are very effective in modern fighting or modern fisticuffs, if you will. But I will also say that I don't think that there's one single discipline anymore at this time in the world that can be like, yo, this is the one. Mixed martial arts has also kind of become its own sport where people just, there's a style that works for winning fights on television for pay-per-view, but definitely everything has to be incorporated in your game if you're trying to be a barbarian. This is not Genghis Khan days. You just can't show up on a horse and start spearing motherfuckers. Some dude will rear naked chokehold you, and you're like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm. All right. But yeah, um, a sports and patriotic club is reportedly expected to start operating at the center to increase physical fitness for service in the armed forces. This latest venture comes a few weeks after Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a decree to award the American actor with the State Order of Friendship. The decree cited Seagal's great contribution to the development of international cultural and humanitarian cooperation. The se- the motherfucker's 70 now? No.
Seagal?
Yeah. He's 70 years old now. The
That's-
70-year-old Seagal was awarded Russian citizenship by Putin in 2016 and has been a regular visitor to the Federation. And he also served as the Russian Foreign Ministry's special representative to the United States, which led to the former President Barack Obama being flabbergasted. And he's also a willing propagandist for the Kremlin. Nice.
I don't want to seem biased, but that sounds like propaganda from the American point of view, where it's like, oh, if you fuck with Russia, we don't fuck with you. You're propaganda.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the
But then
whole
you
the whole
distribute that, and that's the propaganda.
the whole anti-Russian thing that's been going on is very weird and contrived, and it's
It's not
part
that
of
way. I think they're doing it
Let's just say
together.
there's a lot of glow about it.
yeah, it definitely glows.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
It's Putin.
Like it seems like the a part of the reason why the Russian anti-Russian agitation has been going on is because the people in politics that are participating in it trained during the Cold War to be part of politics, and they don't know any other way. They don't know how to. Like, Russia's the only enemy they know to go after, and most of them have Chinese money in their pockets.
Is that not, though, the definition of the deep state? Like, to
Yeah,
the point
yeah, yeah.
where unelected officials have like 40 years of experience and running the shit, driving the car, or doing something involved with driving the vehicle. And then the figure piece, yo, 4 years, 8 years, 12 years. Like, what is your term limit? You die, I still got a job. Be gone.
I agree with you. I'm gonna mute Jess because she's talking to someone. I don't.
Yeah, and not for nothing, that actually incentivizes doing wild shit. Like, killing people. Like
It's
this is a
it's
thing that I love to talk about. No, real quick before you get into your shit. I love to talk about this because like people love um the Kevin Spacey show on Netflix. What is that called? Fucking
House of Cards.
House of Cards. Yeah.
yeah, House of Cards, right? They love that shit, right? Everyone is like, yo, that's the best show, whatever, or at the time at least. And this motherfucker, spoiler alerts, he pushed someone in front of a train in a very early episode. And it's like, how can you possibly watch that show and be like, yeah, I could see that being real, and then keep watching the show? But then when people are doing that, like Hunter Biden is smoking crack on film, my dad is like, nah, that's fake news. Nigga, you fake, yo, you hate Donald Trump, but according to you, he started fake news, but now this is fake news. So now everyone is just jerking themselves off in the direction that their fucking hand turns. And it makes me sick.
Nobody actually cares about Hunter Biden smoking crack. What they care about is that nobody really actually cares that Hunter Biden smoked crack and fucked hookers. That's not what they care about. What they care about is that those acts are useful blackmail material to control his father with. And because they're such expensive habits, they mean that he's going to be a money sink. And all of that points to, oh, look, he's taking money from Chinese. That's the problem. The crack and the hookers, nobody actually cares about.
And you know what's crazy is there's a concept out there floating around on the internet where it's like, we left Afghanistan and then we traded Afghanistan for the Ukraine. And then we're actually in cahoots with China to make sure that we secure our interests regarding different raw materials and pipeline accesses. Mega, what do you think about that?
It's always a lot of bias from these people because I saw it on Twitter yesterday. There are individuals, for example, that despite all the video footage that you can find on the internet, they still believe that Kyle Rittenhouse killed in cold blood these assholes in Kenosha back in 2020.
But none of them can actually explain
that he killed a black guy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, a lot of them actually think he shot a black guy. No, one of the people he shot was black.
There's a problem here that they believe what they want to believe.
The weird part is when you tell them that he didn't, they just ignore. Like, I can show you pictures of the people he shot. I can show you pictures of the people he shot. I can show you exactly what they look like. I can tell you their names. I could probably tell you where they went to high school. I could tell you their criminal records because all three of them had one.
You can even show them pictures of their corpses.
You know what the problem is with worrying about this shit? Is like, there's nothing you could do or say to change their opinion. And it's kind of like when you're at school and it's a whole room, like a gymnasium full of people bullying one person, and they're all just retarded kids. And it sucks. But that's the way the world works. And if you could let go of that and just expend your energy on other things. And
what do you do when those people that you can't convince of anything are knocking your shit over all the time?
Yo, you're either, okay, maybe you're playing the wrong game. You're in the wrong sport, perhaps. Maybe there's something about you, because if you're the dude who goes through the world and everyone's an asshole, maybe you're just an asshole. Or you could choose to tap out of what life considers, let's say, generous type of behavior and things like that. And you could do whatever you want to do. You have those options. And you
can't do whatever you want to do because they're going to knock your shit over no matter what you do.
I was
This is
gonna
the
say
issue.
you get to live with the ramifications. So how much do you want to do that?
Well, what does that mean though? Like, what
That
ramifications
that
are
means
you
life
okay with
sucks,
other
bro.
people
That means
Right.
life sucks.
Yes, life does suck. Life absolutely does suck. But when we're talking about other people doing shit to you, how much of that do you put up with?
That's a personal decision that you have to make for yourself.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you, how much of that are you willing to put up with?
Okay. Asking me personally. Don't touch me, right?
Right.
So that's a hard limit.
Hmm?
Um don't condescend to me as if I don't understand what you're trying to do. Like, when people try to
Where
manipulate you and they're just talking down and they're like, yo, I got this guy. And it's like, no, I got you 40 times 10 years ago. And other than that, I'm pretty much open. Let's see what happens. But yeah, no. My general stance is people suck. And when I find good ones, I really, 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 really am loyal, even to a fault. Shouts to Canales, shouts to Hero, shouts to
you're kind of
Midnight.
you're slipping away from the point that I'm trying to make, right? The point that I'm trying to make is how much of other people's shit, how much of other people fucking with your shit are you going to put up with? It sounds like if you're
Nah,
on the
I go
level
out of my
of
way. I go out of my way to cut that out. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? You want like a
so
percentage?
so
Like,
none at
how do
all.
you want me to quantify it?
It sounds like none at all. It sounds like none at all. And I don't disagree with that standard.
Nah, I do put up with some bullshit. Because
Mhm.
nobody wants to be outside in December with the snow coming down at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're not getting paid that much. Let's just put it that way. But I'll
Mm.
do it. And I'm not cool with that. No, I'm not cool with that. But sometimes you got to do that. And it's like, what's life? How do, like, what is feasible? What is practical? What is, like, what can you accomplish? And then it comes to a point where, like, yeah, sure, maybe this is not worth your time, but at the same on the flip side of the same coin, maybe it's not worth your time, but motherfucker, you don't got nothing to do today. So $1 is better than no dollars.
That okay, but we're veering away from, because what you said is, it sounds like when you said life sucks, that you're preaching an idea of, well, you're just supposed to take it, right? And I think that we're dancing around the overall culture war in general.
Hit me.
And it sounds like what you're pushing for is a how do I put it, like almost like a slippy, if you know what the slippies were, almost like a slippy mentality, which is slip between the cracks and just like move out of the way when they come your way. But that's not how you stop those people, and if you don't stop those people, it only gets worse.
All right. Hey, speaking of unhinged people, guess
This
what's getting their
podcast is
pennies?
brought to you by Hinge. They are the best place to go and find your soulmate. And that's how I met Midnight in Exile. He was in exile, and now we are here together. Um, we don't define our relationship necessarily with words or affections, but we definitely hold hands. And it's Meta Midnight at Meta Midnight on Instagram. Continue.
Ah, yes, as we're saying, speaking of unhinged people, guess what has their panties in a bunch this time? On April 1st, we will begin winding down our Legacy Verified program and removing Legacy Verified checkmarks. To keep your blue checkmark on Twitter, you can sign up for Twitter Blue here. And organizations can sign up for verified organizations here. And this
Is that an April Fool's joke or nah? I'm pretty sure he'll do
I
that.
also making myself the same question.
That that is also what I'm wondering too, because this could be an elaborate troll by the Musk Man himself, but it is funny if we can get like the people, uh, especially the really obnoxious blue check marks, to cope and seethe and maybe even dilate over this.
It'll be funny to observe what percentage of them actually pays for the check mark. I'm not paying for a fucking check mark.
I think
It's
it'd be
what,
interesting to see
for
how
like
far they
$8
dilate.
a month. I told Omega to get a blue check mark to make his haters sneed.
I don't think it will be a good idea yet.
Aw. But
I
yeah,
mean,
I guess
if the blue check mark guarantees me that I'm gonna get a full protection, I don't know, from reports, I'm gonna get it just for the sake of making them angry.
I'm pretty sure Elon Musk got his own blue check mark removed and then bought Twitter. So all bets are rough, my friend.
That's another thing that I was saying just on Discord, that will Elon
Mhm.
lose his legacy blue check mark?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
has
he
one.
owns it. He can comp himself.
Yeah.
Or he can get a
Yeah,
special blue check mark.
maybe this is the way, like, ha ha ha, if I can have it, no one will. Ha 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 ha. Probably like that, but I don't know. We'll find
Shouts to
out on
Hero.
April
This
1st.
dude, like, yo, also the brainwash can be awakened and it will take something big. And maybe Elon is
Mhm.
trying to do that.
He's definitely
Hopefully.
often against the narrative, so
I think he thrives on being against the narrative, in my opinion.
Well, he still hasn't brought back my account, so I don't know. To be honest, I don't even want to go on Twitter anymore, because yes, it would be nice to bully some troon groomers, but on the other hand, it's just a waste of time. I got more important things to do than bully a bunch of mentally ill, terminally, permanently online losers.
the problem is that your strategy has zero chill.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's actually a
You
really
have
good
zero
point.
chill in
Yeah,
your troon bullying strategy. You gotta
I know, but
ease
but
up on it.
sometimes
You gotta less
I know,
losing
but
spaghetti.
sometimes you just gotta get to the throat, you know?
Your Twitter presence is all spaghetti spewing. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you that you gotta serve some other
Yeah.
vegetables with that spaghetti.
Like,
All
give me
gas,
some
no
ideas.
chill.
Oh, yeah. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Maybe your kitchen's fucked up, dog.
No, my kitchen is
Yo,
like,
but you know, when you build a kitchen, you build a restaurant, you have to understand how the kitchen works and what works for you. And that's what we're doing now.
my kitchen is the one where half the chefs are on meth and the other half are on
Yeah.
heroin.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. You want me to go back full Alex Jones again?
No, I'm the one who does outros around here.
Oh, you can't do Alex Jones. You know who needs to be a tiebreaker? My personal Joe Rogan, and I call him Midnight in Exile. Midnight in Exile. Should we continue this bit or not?
Well, what do you mean exactly by the word bit? Jamie, can you bring us up a definition of the word bit, please?
I wish that I had a
Who else says
goddamn
bit? I mean,
tambourine.
does everybody say bit? And when they say bit, do they all mean the same thing?
Mm.
Well, here's what I'm thinking about, Joe Rogan. You
I
ever
was a
seen
comedian
But I'm
you ever
telling
seen
Joe.
a bit of an
years.
aircraft?
And I did bits all the time. In fact, I caught Carlos Mencia ripping off my friend Ari Shafir's bits.
Yeah.
Ari,
And that's
he
why they
sounds like
ran
a
me off the
Zionist.
stage.
Hold on. He sounds like a Zionist. Here's what I gotta tell you about the Zionists. They want to go back. They don't love Palestine, but we don't hate Palestine. I'm just saying that on the record. Uh, South Park happened. What were you saying, Mr. Midnight?
I lost gas on that bit.
Was that it?
All right. Anyways. Oh, hey, let's see what's happening in California. Oh, state-sanctioned kidnapping. California bill would give therapists powers to take children over 12 from parents without accusation, evidence, or trial.
Well, here's the thing about California. They got the 5150 law on the books, and that's how they got Kanye West and other people can get you committed to a local, state health, mental health provider. And no, it's bullshit, but all you need is a person to report you, and then you get the 5150. And that seems like what this is. So go ahead. You tell me. Hit me with the info during this war.
This is saying a California Democrat, oxymoron, has proposed a bill that would allow a mental health professional to place a child as young as 12 in a residential shelter facility without parental knowledge or consent and without there being any prior allegations of incest or child abuse. The stated purpose of AB 665. How interesting choice of number is to bring two existing laws in alignment. Currently, children aged 12 and over are able to consent to receiving mental health treatment or counseling services, but cannot consent to being placed in a residential shelter facility unless deemed either risk to themselves or others, or in cases where the minor is alleged victim of incest or child abuse. And this one seeks to remove these caveats. The bill is strongly opposed by Our Duty, an international group of parents of children who are or were gender questioning, who believe the law would amount to state-sanctioned kidnapping. According to Aaron Friday, the co-leader, the bill will give counselors unfettered control over children aged 12 and above. In a letter to the state assembly, Friday said the example of the hypothetical sixth grader who informs her school counselor that she is a trans boy. And then she argues that if AB 665 were to be enacted, that child may not come home from school that day and could instead be sent to an LGBTQ housing facility. And I did say that this sounds like that this is giving these people to kidnap kids and turn them into genderless little drones for the state.
Did you ever watch the old? You probably haven't. I doubt any one of you guys have. I might have. You ever watched the old series V? Not the remake, but the original.
Yes, I saw the old V.
Yeah, I saw it a little bit.
V the Visitors had an arc, had a story arc, and I don't remember much about the show because it's been so long. Where one of the humans' kids joined the Visitors and turned into like essentially Hitler Youth. In support of the Visitors, like he turned on because he was angry at his father.
I'm gonna go on the record and say that Hitler was awesome at everything until he started wasting his resources on fumigating human beings, and that's where he fucked up because everything else was on point. Hitler Youth, national pride, discipline. We're sturdy. We have rules. We have respect. We treat people the best. And then he started fucking training motherfuckers into gas chambers. And then I'm like, you lost me, guy. Sorry, Adolf.
That reminds me of a joke I heard the other day about Hitler. You want to hear it?
What's the joke?
Fuck, now I'm a hack. Okay.
That they say when Hitler Minecraft himself. Do you know?
Yeah.
When he saw the gas bill.
Yo, I just paid my fucking power bill and it was through the roof. Power bills have gone up, so I understand how he must have felt.
Would you say that you pay natural gas?
It's actually electric, so it was an electric bill.
Ah, come on. It's a yes and. You
I know.
fucking fuck. You're such a Jew.
Okay, so what else? Yeah, so what else about this bill? This bill states that a shocking 78% of WTF barbecue youth who were surveyed shared that they had considered suicide, and most had done so in the last year, and that nearly past year. The bill goes on to state that the youth experienced depression, anxiety, as well as other negative outcomes due to rejection from parents, harassment in school, and the overall LGBTWTF barbecue negativity present in society. Uh, Many so called gender affirming therapists believe that non affirming parents are a danger to their children, while at the same time holding the belief that experimental sex change interventions are life saving care. Blah, blah, blah. Um, Dr.
They're
Rita Kaltiala, a chief
they're
psychiatrist at Finland's Tampere University. Yeah, what?
they're very good at how they brand things. Life. What is it? Life affirming? Did they say, or life saving? Life saving care.
Life saving care.
It's not life saving. In fact, it could be life ending.
I mean, there's been clips late. Have you seen the clips of what's his name, Jazz Jennings?
Yep. I feel very bad for that kid. I met him.
Yeah.
I was 14. That same night.
Keep my name out of that.
You weren't there. It had nothing to do with you. It was before we even met, actually. That same night, so I was like, "Wow, man, this is a 14-year-old boy," and everybody was giving him all the tenchies and Val he wanted, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Probably
And I
not
heard
me
this.
too.
Yep, absolutely. And it's hearing the mother's story. I was like, "Oh boy, this sure looks a whole lot like Munchausen's to me." And then they brought out the 3-year-old, and I was like, "That's it. I'm done with the rainbow. I'm done with them all." And I talked to like all the gay people that I was close to at the time, LGBT people that I was close to at the time. I was like, do you see anything wrong here? Do you think there's something amiss with this? And not a single one of them would. Not a single one. That was the night. The night that I met Jazz Jennings was the night I decided I was done with the rainbow.
I've been done with the rainbow for a long time, and
I feel
if
bad
I-
for this kid.
Yeah, same. And if I ever see a trans, I also am tired of seeing the Troon flag, because it was literally created by AGP. What is anything else? According to the CDC,
I personally
suicide rate-
would like to know how close you were to this trans person.
Who's that a question for?
For you, like how
Wait,
close
which trans
physically?
person?
Like
Jazz
mean?
Jennings.
Oh, like standing right next to, like in the conversation.
not inside of them.
It's a 14-year-old.
Okay. So, how close were you?
Standing right next to them.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Sometimes we flop.
Yep. 12 is the magic number, the age that California can steal all the rights of the parents and hand over medical and mental health decisions to a child who we do not entrust with any other major decisions, specifically because they are not capable of comprehending the long-term consequences and are at age known for impulsivity and lack of forethought. And these bills are couched in protecting children from suicide, but the opposite results occur when you destabilize them by reinforcing their baseless accusations that a child's loving parents do not have their best interest in mind. Well, as I said, the worm is going to turn in a few years when all these little trans kids realize they made a huge mistake. Anyway, so gentlemen, I have a question.
Yep.
Uh what's up with John Fetterman's new face? What happened to him?
Oh, I
That's
think
wild.
we got a
So
new Fetterman.
so here's the latest Fetterman. And then
Could we
here's
do
the
Fetterman
earlier.
versus Fetterman? So John Fetterman versus Kay Fetterman?
Do you mean
Maybe.
K-Fed?
And then
In Federline?
Federline.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, and then look at this guy. What's going on here? Okay, the face here, and then here he looks like confused Unga Bugga. And then now look at this guy here.
So they're saying that this picture is from 2022.
Yeah. My theory is Fetterman is incapacitated and they found a homeless guy who looked like him and maybe did a bit of plastic surgery to make him look more. What do you think?
I think my theory is that you make me feel so old every word that you drop because sometimes I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I look terrible. And then some days I wake up and I'm like, hmm, you're fucking crushing it today, bro. And it's a problem. And being old sucks. I've seen all the pictures. I understand the difference between having like a big lunch and a lot of liquor versus not having sleep and all of those things. So, if someone wanted to go ahead and do certain things with lighting and angles to posit someone in a certain position, I could see that, but it doesn't mean that like he's necessarily out of pocket. What's
I,
going on in his life? Like, why are people looking at pictures? What's
but you
going
know
on
that
in his life? I know he
he's
had a
been
stroke, right?
no, he was in Walter Reed because he claimed he was going to kill himself, and he's been there for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Also true.
And I think it's long enough to pick up some homeless guy on the street that probably matches his body and some physical
Well,
features and give him a
if that
quick stitch up.
if that other picture is from 2022, if we're going with this line of thought, if that other picture is from 2022 and it is a body double, then that means that they had a body double for him for at least that long. So this isn't a new guy. This is a guy they already had.
Okay, how about this? If we're going down that line of thought, if they haven't replaced Joe Biden yet, they haven't replaced this guy yet because the budget isn't there.
Um,
No, they want
well, it would
Biden
be
to be a
cheaper to
doddering
replace
old
this guy.
man. They
It would
want
be cheap.
Biden to be doddering old man.
It would be cheaper.
Because
It would be cheaper to replace this guy than it would be to replace Biden.
mm-hmm. And they want Biden as doddering old man because sympathy, I guess.
That doesn't mean
And
that there isn't a body double. They could, if there's a Joe Biden body double, he could be totally salient in playing this role because that's what he has to do because otherwise people wouldn't believe it.
I'm not talking about a phony Joe Biden. In response to your last idea, but 100%, there's like 30 Joe Bidens out there, all day, every day, on purpose, and that's been confirmed by the United States government. Like that's just what we do. We just have body doubles for all the presidents.
Um, I will say that I know for certain that that is a concept. I don't know that that
And
is
maybe it's
true.
not 30. I think it's probably 3.
But anyone
Mhm.
anyone who claims that that is a preposterous idea, I mean, we've all seen the Vladimir Zelensky body double picture, right? And body doubles for politicians go back
Yeah.
probably a couple. I mean, they probably go back to the Roman fucking Empire, right? They probably go back before
Yeah.
that.
Bro,
It's
you know
not a
when my
new
first
concept.
experience with a fucking body double was? You
I'm
remember in
afraid to hear.
Terminator 2 when Arnold Schwarzenegger came out naked with all those pecs and shit? I was like, bro, who the fuck body doubled me? Shit, Jez got the joke. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I got it.
It was all right. It wasn't a 10, but it was all right.
It was a try.
But yeah, we knew.
It was
I
definitely a
mean,
try.
Saddam
you.
had at least 50 body doubles.
Facts.
And my beloved Muammar probably had some body doubles too.
I'm pretty sure Muammar Gaddafi definitely sold me a fucking gyro on pita, extra white sauce, no hot sauce, because that shit gets risky.
Ooh.
Pussy.
No, risk. I guess. Yeah. All right. All right.
You
Yeah,
get a
you got
li-
me. I'm a pussy. I'm
you-
a pussy. You got me.
You just get a little bit. You don't get a lot. You just get a little bit.
Nah, but my thing is, you don't know the quality of the hot sauce. How much it might instigate the situation. So
I know that if you get too much, it's definitely instigating the situation. I mean, that's why I have a standard order of
and
just a
that's
little.
why I don't. Yo, we're talking about it, and my nose is sweating. Fuck that.
Well, today I had taco for lunch because I'm down to one meal a day. The
Why are you down
OMAD
to?
Oh,
Why are you
mad.
down to one
Yeah.
meal a day?
from intermittent fasting.
Oh,
Yup.
okay. I was like, Jess, how broke are you right now?
Oh, jeez.
She's fucking with Canales.
He gave me $50 not too long ago. Hey, now he gave me $50 like a week ago. And
Yo, if I told his dad right now that he gave you $50, he will punch him in his face. You realize that, right?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Papa would love me because we would just all three of us would just bro out together.
Nah, Papa is just very, very polite. He would punch Canales in the face.
Yeah, he'd probably tell him to send me more. Anyways, Avengers 5 lead actor accused of vicious abuse. So Jonathan Majors got arrested. So this guy, who was he? I didn't watch the last couple Avengers movies because I kind of tapped out.
He's Kang.
He's Kang the Conqueror.
I don't know. I'm going to.
Yeah.
They made
Big
Kang
Canales.
a Kang.
He's Kang. Yeah, he's Kang. But anyways, this Kang guy, Majors got unlike Justin Roiland, he was literally beating on his girl. He
Actually,
immediately praised,
no, continue.
yeah, for allegedly physically assaulting his girlfriend. Majors and his representatives claims he's innocent, and the actor's currently out of custody. So what's going on
Actually,
in Mega?
I just saw before we started the live stream, I saw a video from Clownfish TV, and
Yeah.
apparently he has been he got out of the hook. I mean, he's the girlfriend apparently retracted the story.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it going on. There are three ways I could see this going. One way is he and his girlfriend got in a fight outside of a bar. Boy, nobody's ever seen that
Mhm.
before. And the split there is he started hitting her or she started hitting him. Like either, there's nothing abnormal about that.
I am Abba Canales, and I would like to say that I also think it could happen in three ways. I would say that he's right or she's right. And then the third way is they're both wrong.
Hmm.
Be gone!
That's pretty much the argument that I'm making. That's
Yes, I know. Hola.
Mhm.
What the Clownfish TV guys were saying is that probably Disney, in order to shut her up, pay her. Because right now they're dealing with a lot of bullshit, especially since they fired Victoria Alonso.
It's already gone too far. They should have paid her way before.
Mhm. But I guess not. Let's see. As news of Jonathan Majors' arrest broke, Twitter users began making their perspectives known about the Avengers 5. So this person, A.B. Allen, tweeted about a beloved actor who in actuality is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being. There's a particular actor relatively new on the scene who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who in actuality is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, both professionally and in his personal life. And every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane.
I mean,
And then,
he could be an asshole. Actors are generally assholes anyway.
mhm.
Yep.
I mean, then again, yes, this is the person who wants to get verbally abused by Al Pacino. So you might be right. Let's see. Failing the news of Major's arrest, user tweeted, "Now we know who this tweet was about," with a screenshot of A.B. Allen's previous post, and then the guy responded with, "Ding, ding, ding, ding." Let's see. And then this guy, Tim Nikolai, offered support on Twitter in posts that have since been made private, sharing that it's a strangely a relief to know other humans were out there who understand. And then he says, "I'm just going to say this about Jonathan Major and be done with it. Folks at Yale and the broader NYC community have known about him for years. He's a sociopath and abuser, and that's how virtually everyone speaks about him. It's a shame it took this long for him to be reported." And then he also adds, "I am already seeing a bunch of 'why didn't you do anything' folks. People have tried. Ultimately needed a victim to come forward. It's both simultaneously awful to know he's still doing this and also relief that he may never get to again." And then he didn't want to
Hello,
expose
hello.
people. He remains quiet.
This is Metal World Thief on location. We're here speaking to Ibai Canales.
He sounds like a faggot.
Hmm. Oh. But yeah, guys, guys, piece of shit.
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
if the problem is if actors are talking shit about him, then maybe he's not.
Hmm. Well, let's see. Maybe we may have an update next week. Uh, I I think it's time to wrap up the show, but I want to end everything on a good note because
You're gonna start rapping? Okay, I'm with it.
no. Now I was gonna say that Chad Solutions for Chad Energy
Mhm.
Chad nationalizes assets by oil giant Exxon, says government.
Yo, you know what makes me sick about this article is the concept that in the army now, starring Paulie Short in the early 90s, was talking about them defending our oil assets in Chad back in the early 90s. And I keep watching these movies from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and the late 60s, and we still have the same fucking problems. All they do is just keep coming up with new shit to keep us distracted. I'm muted.
Anyways, well, Chad is nationalizing all assets from multinational oil giant ExxonMobil, including its hydrocarbon and exploration permits, meaning that, they're taking the oil. Let's see. The finance and budget minister must make sure the said decree is implemented from the date of its publishing, said Halige Chua Mahamat, the government's general secretary on state media. The nationalization of a private company means that all assets are now owned by the government, while this used to happen in the 60s and 70s, it hasn't happened recently and doesn't conform to usual legal frameworks in the sector, says energy experts. Do you think that Chad is going to have a revolution like Iran?
Possibly. Something's probably going to go on in Kenya because they've been talking about getting off the U.S. dollar.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Chad
Nah,
began
hold on real quick. Kenya's a distraction. Everybody wants the Congo because that's where the fucking lithium and cobalt is.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree.
Also, the concept of maps, like Western verified maps, like what we consider is an official map. No, nigga. The Congo is the size of like half of America, and it has all of the lithium and cobalt. If anyone's out there trying to be a miner, go to the Congo and I will shut the fuck up. Muted once again.
All right. Anyways, Chad began producing oil in 2003, and Exxon has been operating in the country for several decades, and it was running the Doba oil project in Chad. This move can scare away investors from West Africa at a time of growing global energy demand and decline in foreign investments in the region. Expropriation of any sort without compensation is not a step in the right direction because it's going to erode investor confidence in that particular country. And once investors are jittery, they pull back their investments, so regulators and leaders in Africa need to play by the rules. And then the decision came after a long dispute between Exxon and Chad, which rejected the sale of the company's operations last year. And then there's been tensions rising in recent months with unpresidential protests mounting against the government of President Muhammad Idris Deby. Maybe Midnight, you are onto something. Deby was declared head of state after his father's death in April 2021. The son's succession did not follow Chad's constitutional line of succession. Opposition political parties at the time called the handover a coup d'etat, but later agreed to accept Deby as interim leader for 18 months.
Spooky.
So what do you think? We're gonna have a Iran situation in Chad soon?
Early to tell, but worth keeping an eye out for.
Is Iran even a situation? Like, let's be real about this shit. We got a lot of boogeymen out there that allows us to pump money through certain avenues, and we can't fix Afghanistan because then we can't pump money into Afghanistan. We can't fix Iraq because then we can't pump money into Iraq. And the we is not the American electorate. The we is the people who get to choose how to spend the American taxpayers' dollars. So That's how I see it. I don't see this resolving itself until it becomes unprofitable. And that's really how everything in the fucking world works. If it's profitable, we do it, and we do it hard as fuck. And if it's unprofitable, we don't do it. And I'm running for president, Meta World Thief 2028. Have a nice. No, I'll still be here. I'm just gonna be for a second.
Anyways, but yeah, Chad solutions for Chad energy. So what's upcoming plans? Midnight. What you got going?
I off work and
Midnight's gonna be voting for me.
some side work this week.
Hopefully. Matta, what about you? What you got cooking?
Uh, at around midnight, I'm gonna see my side chick this week.
Ooh.
Thank you for the laugh.
Yeah, yeah. You getting that? All right. What about Omega, our little bean boy? What's going on?
I have to work, and I hope I can get my 2 weeks of vacations, probably next week or the other. Have to finish my commissions, and I'll have to test that new Resident Evil game.
Hmm. Mine is my week is pretty similar. Working, hoping that well, I started a new job and I was on probation, and now I'm hoping that at the end of this month I finally get the money from this month and February. I'm also working on other art projects. I have a Substack. I got like go, let me grab it and post it again in the chat. Yep.
Yeah, can you please like promote your Substack? If
Yep.
you have content, like everyone should know about it. And I'm sorry for saying like so much in the past 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, it was nice to have you on. It was nice to see you around. But yep. Here it is. My Substack. Harry Burrito Asuna at substack.com. It's also where
So you're a
hopefully
hairy Puerto Rican bitch?
no. It's Basque for popular burrito unity. It's a play on a it affiliated political party that used to be in the Basque country called Herri Batasuna, which meant the People's Popular Party. No, Popular Unity. No,
You
it
mean
was
Banco
Popular
Popular?
Unity. What?
I say you mean Banco Popular.
No. It was.
I
It's
know you
Popular
don't. I know.
Unity. It's Popular Unity, but I co-opted it to be Popular Burrito Unity, and hopefully, that's where all of Argy the Atara will be as soon as I start making more comics aside from just the piss comic. And then I'm also working on finishing up some crochet projects too. That's my week.
No, you
Anyways,
don't crochet. You crochet?
yeah, I crochet. Didn't I tell you the other time? And
Oh
then you're
yeah,
like, "Oh, you
now I
should be friends
remember
with yo.
this.
You should be
Yeah,
friends
my
with my
mom.
mom."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, all right, take it back. All right, sorry. I'm signing out now.
All right.
At
Well,
Meta World Thief on all platforms. Yes, you're welcome. I can lead you to the other side. The grass is always greener if I take you there. Shout to my boys, my peoples rather. Jess Stain, Midnight in Exile, I'm Mega Arts, fucking hero in the chat, crushing it for us. And Valiant Thor, I don't really know you yet. This is a different
yep.
podcast, But
Valiant
I'm gonna
Thor.
know you, and I like your vibe. So
Yep.
this is me signing out. I love all of you guys. Peace. Bye.
By Meta. Also, yep. Shout out to all our fans who joined us today. Maniac Man, Hero, Valiant Thor. We hope to see you next week. And this is Condor Jez signing off. Everyone say your goodbyes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Midnight.
I think he's not here.
Oh,
No, I
say
did.
goodbye.
I said good night. I did.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Sorry, I didn't hear you. All right. Bye.